Welcome friends, I am Seema Asru Shinde working as a Assistant Professor of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry at Sadguru College of Agriculture Mirasgaon, Taluka Karjat, District Ahmednagar. In this video, we are going to discuss on the topic Integrated Nutrient Management. So friends, in this video, we will see definition of INM, then concept, principles, components and advantages of INM. Firstly, we will see definition of integrated nutrient management. Integrated nutrient management is a practice where all sources of nutrient, namely organic, inorganic, that is a chemical fertilizer, biofertilizer, can be combined, used for improving soil health, get good quality yield and maintain ecology and environment. So this is the definition of integrated nutrient management. Here we can say we are using all the sources of nutrients in the integrated nutrient management. Whatever the sources of nutrient, that is a organic, inorganic, in that chemical fertilizer, that is a different nitrogenous, phosphatic and potassic and other micronutrient fertilizer we are using for giving the different nutrients. Also biofertilizer can be combined using for the improving soil health. Whenever our soil health is not good, then we are not getting the maximum quality of the yield and also maintain the ecology and environment. Then under the introduction, integrated nutrient management refers to the maintenance of soil fertility. Soil fertility means it is the inherent capacity of soil to supply all the essential nutrients in a quantity to the completing life cycle of the plant. Plant nutrient supply at an optimum level for sustaining the desired productivity through optimization of the benefits from all the possible sources of organic, inorganic and biological component in an integrated manner. Whatever the different essential nutrient, that is 18 nutrients are known as the essential nutrient, that all the nutrients are supplying to the plants from the different sources of the nutrients, that is the organic, inorganic and biofertilizers. We are giving that all the nutrients through all the sources of nutrient under the integrated nutrient management. Unless we are supplying that all the nutrients to the plant, we are not getting the maximum crop production, because all the soil productivity or the crop productivity will be depends on the fertility of that soil. See concept of the INM, regular supply for optimum crop growth and higher productivity. Whenever we are supplying that all the nutrients in a regular supply, it will get the maximum crop production. Also improvement and maintenance of soil fertility. I have already told that soil fertility means it is the inherent capacity of soil to supply all the essential nutrients for completing the life cycle of the plant. Zero adverse impact on agro-system quality by all the sources. Then principles of INMC. What are the different principles of integrated nutrient management? Under that, maximize the use of organic materials. Whatever the organic materials are available for supplying the different nutrients, we have to maximize the use of that material, that is a FYM, compost, green manuring crops, etc. Then ensure access to inorganic fertilizer and improve the efficiency of its use and minimize the losses the plant nutrients. Suppose we are giving that all the nutrients in excess quantity, that means we are doing the losses of that plant nutrients. Then concept of INM. While fertilizer misuse can contribute to environmental contamination, it is often an indispensable source of the nutrients required for plant growth and food production, as according to the need of that particular plant we are just giving that nutrient supply. But if we are giving the excess use of that fertilizer, that means there will be the environmental contamination, that is a soil erosion also develop in case of excess use of the fertilizers, that means the chemical fertilizers. Then unless all the soil nutrients removed with the harvested crops are replaced in a proper amounts from both organic and sustained, that is the soil fertility will decline. Whatever the harvested crops are taken into that field, that means we are just adding that nutrients into that soil, but rather than incorporating that harvested crop into soil, we are just keeping that outside of that field. That means we will decline that soil fertility. If in the past the emphasis was an increased use of fertilizer, the current approach should aim on educating farmers to optimize the use of organic, inorganic and biological fertilizer in an integrated way. That means plant nutrition today requires judicious and integrated management of all the sources of nutrient for sustainable agriculture. See, concept of integrated nutrient management. This is the four ways we are just maintaining the soil fertility. That means right source, right rate, right time and right place. Whatever the different sources of nutrient we are just using, we are choosing the right source of that nutrients. Then whatever the different sources we are going to apply on that soil, we should apply in a right way or right rate at the right time and at the right place. Then we can maintain the soil fertility by using the all the different sources of the nutrient to meet the crop demand and thus producing economical, social and environmental outcomes. That means whatever the nutrient sources we are just applying to the soil to meet the soil nutrients in a proper way, that means we can obtain maximum crop production or maximum crop yield. Then next, why this integrated nutrient management is required? There is a need of soil fertility maintenance is very essential with achieving and maintaining high vegetable crop production over a period of time. There is a requirement of to maintaining a soil fertility by adding the different sources of the nutrients in increasing the productivity of the soil. For vegetable production, fertilizer is an important input. Then fertilizer can either be organic or inorganic. We can use the some organic fertilizer or inorganic fertilizer. Then to use of inorganic fertilizer has drastically declined due to the energy crisis which has immensely affected most of the developing countries. The improper use of chemical fertilizer show nutritional imbalance in the soil. Suppose we are just applying the chemical fertilizer to the soil, it will be also hazardous to the soil health. So we have to just use the balanced chemical fertilizer application. Then instability in productivity, hidden hunger and depletion of a nutritional quality of the vegetable. Here is a one term, that is a hidden hunger. In case of examination, the question will be asked like that: define hidden hunger. So hidden hunger is a concept that means in sometime plant have a some deficiency of the nutrients, but also the plants will not showing any deficiency symptoms, also having a some less concentration of the some nutrients. This condition is known as a hidden hunger. Whenever we are just using or applying the sources of the fertilizer, in case of that plant will give the maximum crop yield. This term is known as a hidden hunger. Other side, use of organic fertilizer alone also cannot fulfill the crop nutrients requirement in vegetable crop production. If there is a applying rate that are too low, can lead to the nutrient deficiency and low yields. Naturally, whenever the concentration of these some nutrients are less in the particular crop or soil, it will be effects on the yield of that particular crop and it will show some deficiency symptom on that plant. On the other hand, too high rate can lead to the nitrate leaching, phosphorus runoff and excessive vegetative growth of the crops. Likewise, the deficiency symptom here will be also produces the toxicity symptoms in plant. In case of when we are using the excess use of that fertilizer, If there will be the concentration of the nutrient is in excess amount in that plant, it will show the toxicity symptoms. Also, in case of vegetative crops, it will lead to nitrate leaching, phosphorus runoff, and excessive vegetative growth of the crops. For example, suppose we are using the excess use of the nitrogenous fertilizer, for example urea, there will be the excess concentration of the nitrogen, it will produces the excessive vegetative growth of the crops, that is the toxicity symptoms of the nitrogen. Then to elevate that problem, integrated nutrient management system is an option as it utilizes available organic and inorganic nutrients with increasing fertilizer use efficiencies and economically viable farming system. The next component of INM, under that there are four components: soil source, second inorganic source, then organic source, and last one is the biological source. See, under the soil source, appropriate crop variety, then cultural practices, and third one is the cropping system. These are the three factors under the soil sources. Then second one, inorganic sources, under that some fertilizer, super granules, coated urea, single super phosphate, muriate of potash. Muriate of potash is also known as the KCl, that is a potassium chloride. Then micronutrient fertilizer. Then organic sources, under that FIM, poultry manure, neem cake, vermicompost, press made cake, etc. These are the organic sources. And under the biological sources, microbial inoculant. That means we are using some biofertilizers. Then component of INM, first in that manure, bulky organic manure and concentrated organic, these are the two types of manure. Under that, examples of bulky organic manures, FIM, compost, night soil, and green manure. Then concentrated organic manure, example blood meal, oil cakes. Under that, edible oil cakes and non-edible oil cakes, example sunflower, groundnut. And last, we are going to discuss the advantages of integrated nutrient management. Here the aim of that integrated nutrient management is that they enhance the availability of applied as well as native soil nutrient, then synchronizes the nutrient demand with the native supply from native and applied sources. After using all the sources of nutrient, we can maintain the native or applied fertilizer nutrient supply to the soil, then provide balanced nutrition to the crop. Obviously, whenever we are using the balanced supply of that nutrients, it will be automatically provide the balanced nutrition to the crops. And whenever we are giving that balanced nutrition to the crop, we are getting the maximum crop production. Then improves and sustain the physical, chemical, and biological functioning of soil. That means physical properties of the soil also improves, whatever the bulk density of the soil, particle density, soil texture, structure, surface area, soil consistency, these are the some physical. Soil color, because of the organic manure, soil color also improves. Also chemical properties and biological functioning of the soil, whatever the biological population of the soil, that is a microbial population also get increased because of the proper use of the balanced nutrition to the crops. Minimizes the deterioration of soil, water, and ecosystem by promoting carbon sequestration, reducing nutrient losses to ground surface water bodies and atmosphere. And last one is the minimizes the antagonistic effect resulting from hidden deficiency and nutrient imbalance. Antagonistic effect of nutrient, that means, for example, some nutrients will get reduced in the soil, another nutrients availability is increased in that particular soil. That means it is a effect of a reverse effect of a nutrient to each other. Okay, this is all about the integrated nutrient management. So friends, in case of examination, the question will be asked like that: define integrated nutrient management and give its components and explain advantages of integrated nutrient management. So you have to write that definition of that integrated nutrient management. You have to enlist that component there are under the components of integrated nutrient management. You have to just enlist that four components, that is a soil source, inorganic source, organic source and biological source. Under that you have to enlist that one by one. Under the soil source, then inorganic source, organic source means FYM, poultry manure, neem cake, vermicompost and press made cake. And then you have to just give the explanation on the advantages of INM. So this is all about the integrated nutrient management. Thank you for watching this video.